Okay, this feels like a France reunion a little bit. Um, for practice this morning, what inspired my heart space intention is actually last year's trip to France. As the weather starts to turn sunny over here, it's reminding me of that time. And I was thinking about what that trip represented in terms of true connection and how I think deep down what so many of us are craving when we're moving through the world is that true connection, deep connection. But in order to cultivate true connection, you have to make room to connect to yourself, right? To be able to show up authentically when you're in a moment with someone else or with other people. It requires us to have at least an initial understanding of who we are. Yeah? And if we are uncertain about who we are, it is difficult to connect at a deeper level because likely how we show up is a response or a reaction to the situation or the people that we're around. We mold ourselves to their experience. And so through our yoga practice, we have this opportunity to really tune in, not just to our own physical bodies and connect to the physical vessel that holds our hearts and minds, but to create the space to listen into our hearts, to notice the movements of our mind, and to learn about ourselves while we're on our yoga mats. And giving ourselves space to learn about ourselves is probably one of the greatest gifts we can offer ourselves. And so today's physical focus is heart opening. But taking it at the angle of opening our heart so that we can look at ourselves a little bit more honestly and clearly to understand how our own personal heart operates and making room for that noticing today. So Finn says hello. And we'll start in a little bit of a seated meditation when you're ready. So finding just a comfortable seat, whether that's cross-legged or perhaps on a prop on a yoga block. You can find a seat on your shins, whatever feels grounding. And as you adjust and settle in, allow your eyes to drop shut. Perhaps you place one or both hands at your heart already. And starting to notice just the natural movement of your breath. Begin to tune in to the sensation of each inhale and the sensation of each exhale. As you tune into your breath, allowing that single focus point for your awareness to facilitate the clearing of some of the clutter from your mind. As you continue to concentrate on your breath and clear away the clutter, begin to slowly draw in a deeper and more expansive inhale. And from that deeper breath in, feel how your exhale just naturally starts to slow and lengthen out. With each passing breath, noticing what is beneath the surface level thoughts and feelings. Breathing deeper into the roots of what we experience in a day-to-day when we're not making the room to go deeper. As we create that space to dive a little bit deeper into heart and mind, just leaning back to watch and notice, doing our best to notice without judgment, without comparison, through that lens of curiosity, the lens of compassion. And maybe offering a personal heart space intention to your practice today. Maybe this intention takes the form of a message to yourself, to the deepest parts of you that you're connecting to through your movement this morning. Once you form that intention, go ahead and take a deep inhale through your nose. Breathe into that intention. When you're ready, open mouth, exhale to release. We'll take one more just like that, a really deep and generous inhale. And then cleansing exhale, let it go. This time, take a deep breath in through your nose. And then keep your lips sealed. Ujjayi, exhale through your nose. And one more time, just like that. Ujjayi, breath in through your nose. And then out of your nose, really strong, intentional exhale. As you continue your Ujjayi breath, go ahead and release your hands from your heart. Slowly start to blink your eyes open. And then make your way into your tabletop pose. So we're finding our way to all fours. And once you stack up your joints, shoulders over your wrists, hips stacked above your knees, lay your fingers nice and wide across the earth, your arms, your extension of your heart. Then inhale to your cow pose. Begin to slowly lift your heart and tailbone towards the sky. Feel the stretch across your belly, and then take your time to press around to your cat pose. Feel your tailbone tuck. Puff the back of your heart to the ceiling and really allow your head to hang heavy. Again, just like that, we'll inhale to our cow pose. Think about pulling your heart forward and through your biceps. Then as you exhale to your cat pose, press down and away to puff the back of your heart to the sky, shoulder blades spread wide. Then this time we'll inhale to our cow pose, heart and tailbone scoop up. On your exhale, keep your hips high, walk your hands forward for Anahatasana. Okay. Bring your forehead or your chest down to the earth and melt your heart towards your yoga mat. For today, get nice and strong through your hands, through your arms. So there's energy, there's engagement. As you get strong through your arms, feel your sternum start to sink down towards the earth. Take one more big breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to start to bend at your elbows. Allow your elbows to land onto the ground and slither forward into a low cobra. So as your belly arrives to the earth, strong through your legs, squeeze your shoulder blades together and slide your hands back in space. As you squeeze your shoulder blades and elbows back into the midline, take a big breath in. Then exhale, lower down. Push back to your child's pose. Maybe knees scooch a little bit wider as you reach your hips to your heels. Take one big breath in. And one slow breath out. This time as you shift forward through your tabletop pose again, just take a moment to readjust. We're going to take one more heart opening here before we find our downward facing dog. We're going to find a tabletop gecko pose. So hands are going to go a little bit wider than your yoga mat. Tent your fingertips up on the earth. And then go ahead and slide your heart a little bit further forward. So sternum about in line with your fingertips. As you bend your elbows wide, dive your chest down towards the earth. Shoulders out of ears, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Think about pressing your fingertips down into the ground. And then reach your elbows energetically wide. Imagine you could stretch your collarbones across the width of your chest. On your next inhale, rise up through your center, push the earth away. And we'll add in a twist. As you exhale, dip your right shoulder towards the midline of your yoga mat and rotate your gaze over towards your left elbow. Elbows nice and high. We'll inhale back to center, lift and lengthen. And exhale, second side, left shoulder dips towards the midline. Twist your gaze over to the right. With a big breath in, rise up through center. Then as you exhale, sit up for your downward facing dog. Tuck your toes and lift through your hips. Take a moment to release and relax your head. Maybe find a little pedal action through your feet. As you push the earth away, think about the length of your spine here. On your inhale, can you feel your tailbone stretch a little bit taller to the sky? On your exhale, relax your head and heart. With a big breath in, we're going to reach our right leg to the ceiling, find your three-legged dog. And as you exhale, bend your knee and open your hip. One big breath in. And exhale, steps your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat, low lunge. Lower your left knee to the earth, Vinyasa. And then lift up through your heart and hands, big breath in. And exhale, just allow your shoulders to slide away from your ears, draw into your front ribs, feel your core supporting your spine. Take an extra inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to goddess our arms, elbows open wide. Think about pressing the backs of your arms to the wall behind you as you inhale. And then let your hands fall to interlace behind you, right thumb on top with your exhale. Elbows can be bent or take a moment to lengthen through your arms, puff up your heart, big breath in. On our exhale, we're going to bend at our elbows and take our hands, this bind over to our right hip pocket. Think about reaching your right elbow back towards the wall behind you and slightly into the midline. So you're trying to stretch your collarbones really wide. Yeah. From here, you're going to drop your left ear towards your left shoulder to create a stretch to the right side of your neck. And what this looks like from the back. Skip. Take one more breath in. And one more breath out. On your next inhale, send your arms through center, keeping the bind. Then exhale, bend at your elbows. That bind is going to go to your left hip pocket. Reach your left hand to the sky, so right hand still behind you. And then find a side body stretch over to the right. And just take one breath in. And one breath out. From your side body stretch, tailbone lengthening to the earth, we're going to find an open arm twist to the right. Send your left fingertips forward. And then reach your right hand back in space. Maybe take a little shoulder shrug to really open your chest. And then keep your open arm twist as you inhale, exalt. Reach your left hand towards the sky. Right hand's reaching back in space or maybe to your left hamstring. Think about lifting your ribcage up and out of your pelvis as you inhale. And then windmill your hands down to frame your right foot with your exhale. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and lengthen both of your legs for a hamstring stretch. Get strong through your legs, long through your spine. Take an inhale. As you exhale, maybe fold a little bit deeper towards your right thigh. On our next breath in, we're going to bend into our right knee. Exhale to your forward fold, left foot to the top of your yoga mat. Soften a little bit through your knees, relax the weight of your head to the earth, and find an upward lift through your tailbone. Continue to lift your tailbone to the sky. Use an inhale to lift up halfway, lengthen out your spine. Your exhale, forward fold, release. We'll rise all the way to standing circle, sweeping to open your shoulders as you rise and reach to the sky. On your breath out, soften your knees pretty generously. And then eagle wrap your right arm underneath your left. Shoulders out of your ears, squeeze your arms. Slide your hands a little bit away from your face. With your inhale, scoop your elbows to the sky, find a little bit of a back bend, really lift your sternum. As you exhale, keeping your knees bent, round through your upper back, catting your spine. Pull your navel up and in. Think about reaching your fingertips energetically to the earth. With an inhale, we'll rise back up again. Find that little back bend. As you exhale, unravel through your goddess arms, and then swan dive forward. Reach your arms nice and wide. Lead with your heart and hinge at your hips. We'll take a halfway lift as we breathe in. Find your high plank on your exhale out. And take a breath here, just setting up a really strong plank pose. Thighs are active, core is strong. As you press the earth away, make sure your head is in line with your spine. With a big breath in, we'll shift it forward. Knees up or down, use your exhale to lower all the way to your belly. Once you arrive to the earth, untuck your toes. We'll start with our low cobra. Inhale, peel your heart away from the earth. And exhale, lower down. Second breath is in, exhale the breath away. We're gonna inhale to a low or a high cobra. Give this heart opening one more big breath in. And then breath out releases you back to your belly. Last round here is low cobra, high cobra. If you'd like to go to your upward facing dog, maybe lengthen your arms all the way and float your thighs away from the earth. From your heart opener of choice, take your time to press back into downward facing dog. Hips will find the sky. And in your downward facing dog, your next inhale is going to reach your left leg to the ceiling. Use your exhale to bend your knee and open your head. As you push the earth away, take a big breath in. Then slowly step your left foot forward with breath out. Release your right knee to the ground. And follow your next inhalation to lift your heart and hands on Vinyasa. So you exhale, arrive, get really strong at your center. And then take a moment here. Think about lifting the crown of your head to the ceiling. On your next breath out, goddess your arms, squeeze your elbows nice and wide. Okay, pausing here, think about pressing the backs of your hands, the backs of your arms to the wall behind you. And then let your hands fall to interlace. Left thumb's gonna go on top as you find your chest expansion, bind, big breath in. On your exhale, bend at your elbows, take your hands to your left hip pocket. And think about stretching your left elbow to the wall behind you. So you stretch your left elbow back, let your right ear drop towards your right shoulder. And then check back in with your core to make sure your belly is active and engaged. Get one more breath in. And one more breath out. We'll inhale through center, heart puffs up high, lengthen your arms. Exhale, take that bind over to your right hip. Now keep the back of your left hand at your right hip and reach your right hand up and over to the left side of the room, side body stretch. Feel your rib cage floating up, tailbone lengthens down, deep inhale. And exhale to your twist, sweep your right hand forward and then swim your left hand backwards. Take a moment here. Find the reach through your fingertips, length across your chest. Then keeping the twist, inhale to exalt, right hand reaches to the sky. For that stretch, reach down to the front of your right hip. Then exhale is going to bring us down into our low lunge, hands windmill to the earth. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, lengthen both your legs, hamstring stretch. So you find length and strength through your legs. Use an inhale to extend your heart forward. With breath out, let yourself sink down towards left thigh. One more slow and steady breath in. Slow and steady breath out. We'll bend into the front knee and step forward to your forward fold, Uttanasana. With a little softness in your knees, inhale to lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold release. Rising to stand, your inhale lifts you up, circle sweep, open your shoulders as you rise. At the top, as you soften your knees, left arm eagle wraps underneath your right. And that squeeze through your arms, energy through your upper half, shoulders out of ears. Scoot your hands a little bit further forward away from your face and use an inhale to lift your elbows and sternum to the sky, finding that big back bend. Letting it be a little bit more pronounced this time as you exhale, round your spine, catting to your upper back. Fingertips reach towards the earth, maybe tuck your chin. And we inhale again to the back bend. Elbows nice and tall. Exhale, unravel through your swan dive. We open your elbows wide, reach to your fingertips and hinge at your hips. At the bottom, find a halfway lift as you breathe in. Then exhale to your high plank pose, strong step back. We inhale to slide it forward. Then exhale to your belly, shoulders out of ears, take your time. When you arrive to the earth, there's one time a low or high cobra as you inhale. Think about lengthening your ribcage away from your pelvis. And exhale to the ground. Gecko pose, take your hands wider than your yoga mat. Just like we did before, tent your fingertips on the earth, elbows are tall, shoulders out of ears. On your inhale, press the earth away, peel your heart up. Exhale, dip your left shoulder to the center, look to the right. Breath in returns you to the midline. Breath out, right shoulder dips in, look left. And inhale up through your center, lift and lengthen once more. On your exhale, pull your ribcage forward as you lower to the earth. Bring your hands back by your low ribs and press to a child's pose. Shift your hips to your heels. As you lengthen out your spine, take one breath in and one breath out. From here, we're going to slide forward into our upward facing dog. So as you inhale, start to shift forward, pressing through your hands and the tops of your feet. Open through your heart. Exhale to return to your downward facing dog, hips find the sky. Let's reset with the breath together. Deep inhale through your nose. And clearing, exhale, let it go. With your next breath in, reach your right leg to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale to bend your knee and open your hip like before. And an option to tip over into your wild thing. Maybe slowly step your right toes to the earth. The left leg is long and strong. As you turn your sternum to the sky, reach your right hand overhead. Maybe look to your right fingertips. We're going to meet in our low lunge, right foot to the top of your yoga mat. You can go directly there. You can use your right hand for support. You can also move back to your three-legged dog. We meet with our right foot forward. Once you have your right foot forward, lower your left knee to a hover. Take a deep inhale. And then lengthen both of your legs, hamstring stretch as you exhale. From here, bend into your front knee. Get really strong through your legs. And then inhale to rise up, high crescent lunge. Your next breath out, so to find your goddess arms, just like before, elbows open wide, Maybe use your shoulder blades to boost your heart a little higher this time. Breathe in, fill up. Then exhale, let your hands fall to interlace behind you. As you find your chest expansion, stretch your sternum and your knuckles in opposite directions. Full breath in. So you exhale. We're going to start to bend our elbows and take our hands directly to the left hip first this time. Now use your right forearm behind you as a reminder to support your low back, navel pulls in. As you release the bind, wrap the back of your right hand around your waistline. Reach your left hand to the sky. And then find that side bend, switching over to the right side of the room. Think about lengthening through your entire spine. Take an inhale as you reach. Exhale to your open arm twist. Left hand goes forward. Right hand swims backwards. To maintain your twist, big breath in to exalt. Reach your left hand high. Then as you exhale, windmill your hands down into your low lunge. From here, turn all 10 toes to your left. Wide-legged forward fold. One big breath in. One slow breath out. Turning to the back of your yoga mat, low lunge to frame your left foot. Step forward into your chair pose, right foot's gonna join your left. As your hips sink back and down, follow your in-breath to lift through your heart and hands. On exhale, we'll eagle wrap right arm underneath our left. Navel to spine connection. Inhale, reach your fingertips towards the sky a little bit. As you exhale, round through your upper back. So think mid to upper back is curling as you cat your spine. Your next breath in, you're going to lift your eagle arms to the sky and start to rise up with your right leg as well. Well, you're here in your eagle arm, one-legged mountain pose, right leg lifted. Take one more big breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to unwind your arms, circle sweep your hands to the sky. On exhale, right hand's reaching down to catch your right foot, dancer's pose setup. Draw your legs to the midline. Extend your sternum to the sky. As you kick the instep of your right foot into your right hand, start to kick up and back slowly. Give this one more moment just in the setup. And then as you breathe out, maybe tip forward just a little bit, finding a deeper dancer's pose. Take one more big breath in, kick up and back, chest stays lifting energetically. And in slow motion, we're going to move through our airplane pose into a high crescent lunge. Just slowing down that transition. If you want to take an extra breath in your airplane, you can. Eventually, your right toes are going to land to the earth. As you lift your heart and hands, you can keep your back leg lifted and strong, or you can bring your right knee to a hover. If you're choosing your 90-90 in your legs, so right knee hovering, make sure you give your front ribs an extra knit in and back, so that the low back is supported. As your front ribs hug in, find that big stretch to the front of your right hip. Take your fingertips lightly behind your head. Press your elbows back and wide. Maybe let your head tilt back into your fingertips. This is not so much a back bend. Think about just lifting your chin and sternum to the sky to open your shoulders. Give it one more inhale. One more exhale. We're going to rise back up, high crescent lunge, back leg lengthens. As you breathe out, hands come down to the earth. Three-legged dog, use an inhale to reach your left leg to the ceiling. On your exhale, bend your knee and open your hip. Stay your option for your wild thing. Your left toes might lower to the earth. And then puff your heart to the sky, lift your pelvis tall. Maybe look overhead to your left fingertips. Strong to the right side of your body, take an inhale. Meeting in our low lunge, left foot's gonna step forward as we exhale. Can always help it there. Once your left foot has arrived, go ahead and bring your right knee to a hover. Cow lunge, pull your heart forward and through with your breath in. And exhale to your cat lunge, find the extension through your legs. Returning to our high crescent, bend into your front knee, set your feet up, and then slow motion, drive through your feet to rise. Think about hugging your outer hips to the midline as you lift. Create some distance between your shoulders and your ears. Big breath in. Exhale to your goddess arms. Pause, take an extra breath in, feel your shoulder blades pressing your heart forward and through. On your out breath, hands fall to interlace behind you. Left thumb's gonna go on top. Option to start by lengthening out your arms first, collarbones open super wide. And then as you bend your elbows, you're taking your hands to your right hip pocket. Find that navel to spine connection. Wrap the back of your left hand around your right waistline. Reach your right hand to the ceiling with an inhale. And then side bend to the left side of the room with your exhale. Breathe into that space between your right armpit and your right hip. And as you breathe out, open our twist to the left. Send your right hand forward, sweep your left hand backwards. Keeping the twist, we're gonna inhale to exalt. Right hand finds the sky. And then exhale down into your low lunge. Turn your toes to the right, wide-legged forward fold. Take a moment to reset. Full breath in. Open mouth, exhale out. Your next inhale, lengthen halfway. On exhale, we're gonna find a side lunge. Bend your left knee. So staying in a lifted side lunge, a lateral lunge. Left knee bends, really press your sitting bones, your pelvis way back in space. Adding in a twist, right fingertips or right palm, we're gonna come to the earth. Twist your left hand to the sky. Now to help move this twist into your thoracic spine, press your right hand down and towards your right foot. And then press the back of your left hand towards the top of your yoga mat. Take an inhale. And exhale to switch. We'll bend into our right knee. Left hand replaces your right on the earth. Again, palm or fingertips. You sweep your right hand to the sky. And use your arms to facilitate your twist. Left hand is pressing down into your left foot. That gives you leverage to press the back of your right hand towards the back of your yoga mat. Keep stretching crown and tailbone in opposite directions as you inhale. And we're gonna go low lunge to the top of our yoga mat with our exhale. Chair pose, bring your left foot forward to meet your right. Set yourself up, hips get low, and then lift your heart and hands. Take a big breath in. On your out breath, left arm eagle wraps underneath your right. Allow distance between your shoulders and your ears. Squeeze your arms together. Inhale, slight lift of your elbows, a little back bend. Exhale, cat through your upper spine. Really think about rounding through your upper back. Imagine you're pulling your sternum to the back of your body. As you inhale to rise again, you're gonna get strong through your right foot and bring your left leg with you. And take a moment here, focusing on your stability. Eagle arms, left leg is lifted, your right foot is grounded. As you unwind from here, unravel your arms, use a circle sweep to open your shoulders. And then left hand's gonna swim back to set up for your dancer's pose. If it's available, your left hand is grabbing the instep, the arch of your left foot. Get strong through your belly. You can have a little micro bend through your right knee here. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your heart up. And then kick up and back into your left hand. Re-engage through your core, re-lift through your heart, and then maybe slowly tip forward to a little dancer's pose. Find your in-breath. Exhale is that gentle release through airplane, eventually to your high crescent lunge. When you make your way into high crescent, left toes lower, and take a regular high crescent or bring it to your 90-90, left knee to a hover. Remember, make sure your front ribs are drawing in. And you find length through front and back body. This is going to help deepen the stretch to the front left hip. When you're in your crescent of choice, fingertips go behind your head, just really light. Press your elbows back. And think about letting your head fall into your fingertips to open the front of your throat. Chin to the sky. Take one more breath in and out. We inhale to rise up and reach up. On your out breath, bring your hands down to the earth. From here, step back into your high plank. Child's pose, knees go wide, big toes to touch, reach your hips to your heels. Take one inhale. One exhale. And your next breath in, shift forward to your upward facing dog. And then as you breathe out, downward facing dog. Breath through the nose. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. This time, inhale your right leg to the sky. As you exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand, lizard lunge. Lower your left knee to the earth. Your right toes can stay pointing forward, or maybe you rotate your right toes slightly open to the right, creating some external rotations of your right hip. Option to stay on your hands, pressing the earth away, finding a big openness through your chest. If you'd like to find your twist, you might swim your right hand back in space, take a big circle sweep back. An option to bend your left heel towards you. Maybe your right hand catches your left foot for your thigh stretch, your quadricep stretch. As you open your front left hip and your left quad, think about spiraling your sternum to the sky. And then use your shoulder blades to push your sternum towards the front of your yoga mat. Take one more big breath in. On your exhale, start to release your left leg long if you have that connection. Coming back to your lifted lizard lunge. Rotate your right toes forward, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Just step back, downward facing dog. From your down dog, inhale your left leg to the sky. And exhale to lizard lunge, second side. Nothing fancy. Right knee is going to release to the earth. You might just scooch your right knee back a little bit. Decide on the angle of your left toes. Decide if you want to stay facing forward or if you'd like to take that big back stroke with your left arm to twist to the left side of the room. You push the earth away with your right hand. You have the option to bend your right heel to your seat. If it feels good, maybe left hand catches right foot. Think about breath in, puff your chest forward and up. And your breath out, twist, lean your left shoulder back, maybe look up towards the ceiling. We'll take 2 more cycles of breath here. Okay, as you're ready to release, starting to return to your lifted lizard lunge. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. This time we're going to step forward to a malasana squat. So move your feet about as wide as your yoga mat. Toes turn slightly out. Sink your hips towards the earth. As you grow tall through your spine, knees nice and wide. Maybe close down your eyes and find 2 cycles of breath. Feel your glutes active here, helping to encourage that openness to your knees. And you can stay at center if you'd like to incorporate a twist. Left arm's gonna go on the inside of your left leg. Use an inhale to reach your right hand to the sky, knees stay wide and open. And exhale, hands find heart. We switch it out, right arm goes wide, reach your left hand to the sky, big breath in. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Finding a forward fold, press your hands into the earth, push your hips to the sky, rotate your toes forward. Let your head be heavy for a second here. You can keep your feet as wide as your yoga mat, maybe move your hips a little bit left to right. Good. From here, we're going to keep our feet about as wide as our yoga mat, and a little softness in your knees. Your right hand's gonna reach to catch your left ankle, so the outside of your left ankle. As you bend at your right elbow, twist your left hand to the sky. So right hand is pulling, heart is rotating, big breath in. Exhale, fold through center. Second side, left hand's gonna catch the outside of your right ankle. As you bend at your left elbow, twist your heart to the right, reach your right hand high, relax your head. Take a nice big breath in. And exhale, forward fold, release. Halfway lift at center as you inhale. And then bend your knees and have a seat to the earth as you breathe out. Okay. Moving into our butterfly. Okay. Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees open wide. Let's start by using our hands to hold onto our shin bones. Use an inhale to lift your sternum. On your exhale, think about reaching your belly towards your feet as you begin to go forward. Once you kind of reach your maximum range of motion when you think belly towards feet, then reach your arms out in front of you and allow yourself to melt towards the ground. We'll take 2 to 3 more breaths here. And start to find your way up to a tall spine. As you bring the soles of your feet to the earth, knees to the ceiling, lean back into the support of your hands, and take a little windshield wiper from side to side. Okay, from here, as you come back to center, send your left leg long in front of you, and then step your right foot across. Okay. Hands can interlace at the front of your right knee to start. Think about using your hand to pull your heart forward and up, get really tall through your torso. Once you have that height, inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, twist to the right side of the room. So right fingertips go behind you like a second spine. You can use your left elbow on the outside of your right knee, kind of on your top of your right quad, to press yourself around into your twist. If you want to send your left arm long, that's also an option. Sometimes I like to actually use my left arm to hug my leg into my chest. I can get sometimes like a outer right glute stretch, outer right hip stretch that way. So feel free to experiment with the arms. Take one more breath in to grow a little bit taller. As you exhale, can you flex your left toes to your face and then twist to the right, looking over your right shoulder perhaps. As we unravel from here, we'll inhale, reach tall through center. We're gonna take a counter twist. As you exhale, hands are going to the left side of your body. And then allow your spine to round, let your head fall heavy, capping your spine. One more breath here into the back of your body. Try to melt a little bit deeper as you exhale. As we come back through center, we have one last opening here before we find second side. Headed to our Gomukhasana, we're gonna bend our left heel in. Adjust so that both your sits bones are grounded to the earth. You can always sit on a yoga block here. Our right knee is gonna be stacked above left, feet split wide. As you flex through your feet, use an inhale to grow tall again. And your exhale option to fold forward a little bit or a lot. Begin to rise up and out. Unwinding your legs. If you want to do another little windshield wiper moment, feel free to tuck your knees from side to side. And then we'll start to send right leg long in front of us. Left knee is bent. You're going to step your left foot across. And both sitting bones are firmly planted to the earth. Okay. Strong through your right leg. Flex your toes to your face. Use your hands to grow nice and tall. We think about tipping the front of your pubic bone forward to the earth, flare your tailbone back and up, and reach high with your inhale. Twist to your left as you exhale. So again, you have a variety of ways to orient your arms. You can use elbow on thigh, right hand tall like you're waving. You can send your right arm long, or you can wrap your right arm around your leg and pull your thigh towards your belly. Let an in breath grow you even taller through your heart and crown. And then on your out breath, rotate a little bit deeper into your twist. Perhaps you peek over your left shoulder. Send a breath into the back of your body. And when you're ready to unravel and unwind, turn to face forward, inhale, reach tall again. Counter twist to the right. As you exhale, hands are going to the right side of your body, round through your spine. Shoulders out of ears, try to relax your head as much as possible. Send a really big breath down the back of your body. Breath out maybe softens you a little bit more into this counter twist. And then as we sit up tall, headed to our Gomukhasana legs. Right knee bends in. Adjust, sitting bones are grounded, knees are in a line, feet go wide, inhale, heart high. An option to fold forward a little bit as you exhale. Travel one more breath down through your body. And then begin to find your way up and out, leaning back, unwind your legs. If you like that little windshield wiper reset, maybe one more time, use the support of your hands to lean back and take a little side to side action with your knees. And then scooching forward to the top of your yoga mat if you're not already there, maybe grab a sip of water along the way. As you scooch forward, you're gonna bend your knees and flex your feet into the earth, getting strong through your center, sit up tall, bring your hands to heart. Shoulders that have ears, we take an inhale. And exhale, using the strength of your belly, core strong, heels grounded, slowly start to find your way to your back body. If you like the support of reaching your hands forward, you might eventually reach your arms out in front of you for a little counterbalance as you make your way down. You can always move your feet, but keep grounding through your heels from the strength of your core. When you find your way to the earth, take a full body stretch, deep inhale. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Good. From your full body stretch, start to bend both your knees into your chest. Creating a little bit of length through your spine. Maybe draw some circles with your knees. Or take a little sway from side to side. We'll make our way into our happy baby pose. Hands can catch your knees, ankles, or feet. Encourage your knees nice and wide. Let your shoulders slide out of your ears. And think about anchoring the back of your body to the earth. So head is heavy, shoulders root down. Navel to spine connection so your low back is grounded. And use your hands pulling on your legs to help sink your hips into the earth. Take one more big breath in. Then on your exhale, keeping your knees bent, begin to sit up for your bridge pose. So feet about hips distance apart with your heels stacked beneath your knees. Take an inhale. As you exhale, press through your feet. Begin to lift through your pelvis. Feel the rootedness of the four corners of both of your feet. As you press the earth away, think about hugging slightly to the midline through your outer hips, through your thighs. Take one or two more rounds of breath here, lighting up through the strength of your seat, hamstrings, and glutes. Then when you're ready to lower it down, hips will descend down to the earth. Draw your right knee to your right shoulder. When you're moving, pose, send your left leg long. Deep breath in, maybe move your right knee a little bit side to side. Then on your exhale, pass your right knee across you, supine twist. Couple of variations you could choose here. You could do eagle legs, maybe slide your left knee behind your right. Or if you want to continue the opening of your front line, you can bend your left heel towards you. And your right hand can reach back to catch your left foot, similar to that thigh stretch we did on our lizard lunge if you chose to incorporate it. Just taking 2 steady breaths. So you start to unwind. We're going to roll just into a brief figure 4, right ankle stacks on your left thigh. Then bend your left knee to either land your left foot to the earth or bring that whole figure 4 to your body. Flex your right ankle, take a little side to side action, 1 big breath in. We'll exhale to wind removing pose, second side, release your right leg long, draw your left knee to your left shoulder. As your hands interlace at the front of your left shin, take an inhale, maybe left thigh goes a little bit left to right, side to side. Then exhale to your supine twist. So again, you can stay in your supine twist as you are, eagle legs, or your left hand can reach down to catch your right foot. Whatever twist you choose, take another breath or two. And then when you're ready, we'll start to unwind into our figure four. Left ankle will stack on your right thigh. Right foot rooted, or bring that whole figure four to your chest. Flex your left ankle, and then maybe find a little sway from side to side. Take a big breath in. Slow, mindful exhale out. Eventually, you'll unwind your legs, bring both your knees to your chest. Option to curl your nose up to your knees, tucking into your chin. Take a deep breath. And as you breathe out, find your way into your Shavasana. Arms and legs go long. Take a moment to adjust to the earth. Customizing this last shape to what your body needs. And then as you settle into stillness, feel into the spaciousness that you created through your heart, through your entire body. Maybe noticing if you feel more deeply connected to you and the deeper parts of yourself. Allowing those deepest parts of yourself to rise closer to the surface. So as we move through our day and the rest of the week, we can connect more truly to those around us. In that place of greater authenticity. With each breath out, feel your body releasing a little bit more completely into the earth below. And for these last 2 minutes of your practice, just allow yourself to be as you are. And noticing, witnessing, and observing all the sensations, thoughts, feelings, scents, and sounds within and around you. Eventually starting to deepen your breath again. And breathing a little bit more fully into that new space that you created. Start to breathe deeply, not just to your front body, but to your back body and your side bodies. As you breathe deep in each direction. Option to bring maybe one or both hands to your heart space to close your practice. Feeling that connection to the beat of your heart and the flow of your breath in your lungs. Connection to the life force energy moving through you. Maybe pause in gratitude for body, for breath, for this practice that helps us to connect more intimately to ourselves and through that to each other. And in gratitude and appreciation, we take one more inhale all together. Big breath through your nose. And open, cleansing exhale, let it go. Yoga offer us a path to compassion. May our practices serve as our teachers, always leading us to live with greater authenticity and to love more deeply each and every day. Thank you so much for being here and taking this time. Namaste.